Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Oregon Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Ducks will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the big fella. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
And the Huskies with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
He really shows you his skills on that last run, and I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last. Fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Clement. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that
coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
The Ducks will try to punch it in on first and goal. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. I guess the good news on that penalty is at least the defense didn't have to back up that far. It's still first and goal. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Williams will pass. It's complete to the right. And short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Washington right back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And the defense got it.
These wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Already intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
This offense has it with really good field position. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Makes the catch. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just...
Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And right down the middle. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball. He just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Moore will throw. Flips it out to the back. Oh, he's got some space. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to pass. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He's looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Hill. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
Well, it was a great effort throwing to the running back that time. He was almost able to get in on 3rd down. The defense makes the stop. Now it's decision time. 4th, you're very close to the goal line. You've got this running back in the backfield. What do you do?
Wow, look at this. You could take the lead with a chip shot field goal here. Instead, they'll try to finish this drive with a... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
And was there ever any doubt, guys? 4th and goal. You got to turn around. Give it to your bell cow. Just know he's going to find a way to get it in the end zone, and he did exactly that.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Williams looking for a man. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Now on first down from the 28. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Hard running there. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right here.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. With jet sweep pass. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up fourth down.
They just need a few more inches here on fourth down, and they'll try to get it. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Wisconsin has the lead right now. Feels like Bucky's been doing his share of push-ups, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by just one over Northern Illinois. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeps it on the draw. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosion.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Williams will pass. Finds the tight end. Go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Washington coming to the line with another first down. football with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here on third down. They want to throw it. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Moore to the air. Got his man downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oregon! No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down. Gonna take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his man. It's Hardy. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. Washington wants to go quickly. Might be calling a hot route. Spits it out to the back. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. A strike downfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Williams looking for a man. Buys a little time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pressure coming. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Oh, better look out!
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Moore will throw. They've got the screen set up. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And what a missed opportunity for this defense. They got one chance to get back in this game. Force some turnovers, create some big plays. They're down big. Man, did they need that opportunity.
The Ducks need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Using his legs, it's Hardy. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6. And the Huskies want to crank the tempo. To the ground with the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Williams will pass. The screen, and watch out. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the catch. It's Boston. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card.
He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Washington.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. And that one, I don't think, with required 10 yards, it did not. Penalty marker is out. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. They want to run it left here. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll ride the hot hand. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build up.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
What a great job using his speed to get to the quarterback. This linebacker would have started for those great Purple Rain defenses in the 80s under the legendary Washington Husky coach Don James. He would have loved to blitz this dude. So athletic from the linebacker position.
Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Williams looking for a man. A little screen to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Huskies are in the hurry up. He might want another play. On third down, going up top. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Husky.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Spinning that wheel of fortune here. 2-possession game, going for the onside kick here in the third. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown. There he goes. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball with some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Williams will pass. Looking to scramble. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Plows through the defense. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Hill. Touchdown Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback.
49, Washington, 21.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Williams looking for a man. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Trying to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Washington right back to the line. He wants to change this route. They'll go to the air. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. quickly out to the tight end. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Moore to the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. That's caught. It's low. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Quick tempo here for the offense.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Moore.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Got the quick pass. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. The Ducks in the hurry up. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute the red zone.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And the defense was all over it. They know third down, the quarterback can be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He's at the 50. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
He's in open space downfield. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.